started.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to Petrified Paranormal TV.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good, good. All right. First off, let's tell the viewers your name, where you're from.
I'm Terry. Some know me as T Paranormal. I am part of the Paranormal Musing podcast crew. Um, Down in Florida, all three of us.
Okay.
Um, so hang out with them, and one of my co-hosts, Rich, he is also the lead of a paranormal investigative team. So sometimes jump on there with him. But
Okay.
yeah, pretty much me.
That sounds exciting. All right, let's start off by I'm sure you have maybe one or two stories that'll maybe are a little bit more, or experiences I should say, that are a little bit more prevalent than the rest. Is there anything that stands out to you that you say, hey, listen, this is an experience I would really like to share with the people?
Um, I mean, had some paranormal experiences. I've had some personal experiences, coming up in life. I don't share too much of those, but different places I've gone to, um, different investigations. Definitely had some cool stuff happen. Been to some cool places that really didn't have anything happen, but it was
Okay.
cool to be there.
Right.
I've been touched once. Just had something tug on my shirt, and that was it. What it didn't seem malicious or anything like that, but it tugged on my shirt.
Okay.
Um,
And you definitely know that this was something other than like a person that was by you or something like that.
yes, yes. It was at a certain jail in Florida. Um, we were actually watching evidence of one of the investigators. We sent her up to the second floor all by herself, and she caught evidence of you could hear a door faintly open, you can hear keys jingling, like it was a
Okay.
jailer.
Yeah.
You could hear the walking, and as I got closer and rounded the corner, you could hear it running at her. And then you hear it hit the microphone on the camera. It moves. We were watching that because that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And as we're watching it, something just grabbed the back of my shirt and tugged it. I turned
That
around.
sounds
I was
pretty
like,
cool.
I told it no, and maybe some not kind words. It left me alone. Um,
Okay.
don't know if it was one of the children that used to live there or if it was one of the inmates. I had no idea. Didn't see anything that entire trip, but
Okay.
that was the time I was touched.
Okay.
Nothing crazy, just a tug.
That's pretty cool. Tell us about some experiences that you've had with the team and somewhere that you maybe thought was evil or something like that. Do you have anything that went on like that?
So for me, I haven't had anything evil. Um, Felt like it was evil. Had some stuff felt like it was angry. Um, we're trying to talk to it. Sometimes you ask questions, it'll say no or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I like demonic or anything like that. Never felt anything like that. Never seen, heard anything like that. Um,
Okay.
it- it's to me, it's a lot of human spirits. Uh, I'm sure there's something demonic out there, but I strongly believe it's not as much as folks are out there saying it. They're trying to get attention. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like any objects move or anything fly across the room? Anything that stands out that's like anything crazy like that?
Nothing like that. Never seen anything fly across a room or
No?
anything like that. Yeah, nothing that you see on TV shows and stuff like that.
So do you
Never,
feel, let me
never
ask
seen
your
any of that.
opinion, because what I'm trying to do with this show too is gather thousands of as by the time we get more and more episodes, obviously gather hundreds to thousands of people's opinions to get a generalistic idea of what people think really happens out there. My question
Hmm.
here is, do you think that 80 to 90% of that stuff that you see on those shows is fabricated?
Absolutely. You got to sell tickets. You got to put butts in seats, right?
Okay.
I'm not here to say that people are not seeing stuff move. Um,
Right.
the like, I guess the closest thing I can say is I had a ball roll from under a bed. How that happened, I wasn't under the bed, so I can't say it was paranormal.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I've never been on an investigation where something has moved in front of our eyes. Uh, I was with somebody in Key West. We were in an old firehouse, and he thought that a door moved. He didn't see it move. It was closed. It was a locker door. It was
Okay.
closed, and when we came back around, it was open. He was like, "Hey, that was not open earlier." Went back and looked at footage. When I walked by, the door was closed. So,
Okay.
um, nobody else was in there with us. So, was it paranormal? We don't know. We didn't see it. We didn't catch any evidence of it opening. But it was
Okay.
definitely interesting. You chalk
Yeah,
it
for
up being
sure.
interesting and maybe paranormal, but
Right.
um, yeah, I would say I'd probably go with 80%. 80%, maybe 90 is too much, but at least 80% out there that maybe is not paranormal in them. And that's not to say that people are trying to pull the wool. There are some that do. Um,
Yeah.
we we see them. A lot of them are famous. Um, and then some of it is, if we would just sit back and try to debunk what we have, we could figure out a lot of stuff.
Right.
Well, possible stuff. I mean, we may be thinking it's not paranormal, and it is, but there's always,
Okay.
not always, most of the time, there's a way to explain something away.
Okay. Do you guys do like single homes as well for people? Like somebody that would contact you and say, "Hey, listen, I think my house is haunted," and you guys go in there and try to figure that out?
I have, Cordell was actually on an investigation with me. Rich, he was on a separate investigation. Um, it's a tricky one with that. Um, sometimes you got to tell a individual they may need some other help.
Okay.
Um, you find a lot of uh, let's see, mental stuff going on. I'll just put it that way. And
Okay.
they may need to talk to somebody, may not be us. But sometimes not. You talk to an individual, you go there, and check the place out for yourself. Uh, I know we did it. We wanted everybody out of the house, and you're there to help this person. This person came to you for help, so that's how we
Yeah.
feel about it. And we did a full blown investigation for someone. In the back of our minds, we're talking on the side. We're like, I think this may be this may be this, and then we ended up helping the individual out. And the roommates no longer live with her. Um,
Okay.
they were the cause of the haunting.
So you
So
think that something was attached to the roommate per se?
no, no, they were the cause of everything. They were faking stuff to scare her.
What?
Yeah. So
Oh
we f-
man.
we started figuring out doing the investigation. You're like, hey, the TV's talking to me. Well, that sounds robotic, and you can do that by doing this. And then oh, there's blood on the ground. It's been there for 2 weeks. Well, it's still red. That's not blood. That's paint. you know,
Oh.
and watching videos they'd given to us, and
Were they
we're
doing that for some type of like paranormal show of their own or just to scare the person out?
just to scare her. They're being pretty evil about it.
Wow, that's
Um,
crazy.
yeah, we caught on to it real quick. They made a mistake by giving us a video of something moving, and we could see the guy's shadow.
Oh,
We're investigators. We're not ghost hunters, so we
okay.
investigate. We're
Yeah,
actual paranormal investigators, so we're gonna look at everything. And especially in the back of my head, not everything's paranormal at all. So
right.
um, we're gonna look at it because I'd like to have real evidence. And the people I have investigated with are the same way. We're going to look into everything, and we found some stuff out, and she got rid of them, so she's in a
That's good.
better place,
That's
better place
good.
now.
Okay. One thing that has interested me throughout, a lot of time is I don't know why, but like more of like a child spirit. You know what I mean? Just because they seem I don't know, more mysterious. Obviously, I don't know if maybe Hollywood have has pushed that up for me, but have you ever came across something that you know was definitely like a young child and you tried to help them, I don't know, see the light or anything like that?
So, um, definitely, there's a spot here down in Florida. We call it our second home. I've been
Okay.
there 3 times. There is a spirit of a young girl. Um, we're still trying to find out if she was pushed out of a window or did she fall out of a window. There's a couple different stories, but we do know
Do you know how
she
old?
perished. Not her age, but young. She's pretty young.
Okay.
Um, so we got her name and everything. We've actually had her respond. We got EVPs of her responding. The first time I
Oh,
went there, I actually got an
can you actually
EVP.
tell it's like a little girl's voice or?
It's a little girl's voice.
Oh
It's a little girl's
man.
voice. And then we found the last time we were there, found out one of the actors or actresses' names. The first time I went there, the group didn't want to know anything about the spirits. We wanted to see if, anything would communicate with us. And then once we had something, we would go to the people who owned the building and they were like, oh, yeah, that's where everybody speaks to, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, cool. So last time we were there, we found out about a an actress that was there. Seemed like she communicated with us just by other equipment, which for me, equipment is okay. It's fun to have. Doesn't mean you're actually getting something with it. But
Okay.
it seemed like we were getting responses. So it
Okay.
was interesting. It was interesting. It seemed like it was answering certain questions. So okay, we'll go with that. Um, and then we learned about another individual who is not attached to the place, but shows up every once in a while, and he's an angry spirit. He doesn't want the place open. He wants it closed. Um,
Oh, okay. Well, he he
seems
he
like
actually told you this or what?
no, no, no. The owner was letting us know about this individual,
Oh, okay.
uh, this individual spirit. We went into a room we'd never been in before. Like I said, it was my third time there. Never got to go in that room. They opened it up for us. We went, sat down in there. I had equipment in there before, nothing went off. We went and sat in there. Just we never been in there, so let's go see if we can get something. And Rich did a Estes method, and that was pretty intense. Um,
Okay.
the what he was saying he was hearing, because of course when you're doing it you can't hear everybody else. um and I'm telling whatever this is, whoever it is, like, no, you cannot go home with us, you're staying here. He's felt something to the side of him, and he's asking us, he's blindfolded and everything, asking if we're standing beside him. We're filming this whole thing,
Okay.
so it was pretty intense. um but that's the evidence we got. We got an experience that he was having, an experience we were having.
Right.
um Was it paranormal? Don't know, but I lean that way because it
Yeah.
was pretty interesting. He can't hear us. We can hear him, and then certain stuff he was saying, certain questions we were asking, we were getting answers back, and it's like, okay, I mean, that's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
can't wait to come back so we can actually challenge it again to see if we get anything else. But that
Right.
individual, that he's not there all the time, apparently. That was the first time I ever interacted with that spirit.
Wow, that's
If it
pretty
was a
cool.
spirit. Because the other 2 times I was there, the second time I didn't get any experiences. No one talked to me. The little girl talked to me the first time. We we had some K2 stuff going in the room. Everybody's K2 was actually going off in a certain spot in that room.
Okay.
So that was interesting. And I left the room, and I guess it slowed down. And somebody asked if she was attached to me, and it lit up. And I was like, okay. I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. It's
Right.
interesting. The third
Okay.
time we came back, we actually interacted with her again. Um,
That's
so
pretty
it's a
cool.
cool little spot, cool little
Do you
spot
plan on
there.
going back there to try to talk to her again?
Oh yeah, that's one of our favorite spots. We joke that's home away from home.
Right.
It takes me 2 hours to get there, but
Okay.
it's a great spot. Great staff. Everybody's friendly. Um, so we're bored and want to do something. We go back there. Looks like Cordell is there's. So this is Cordell. He's finally here.
Cordell. Okay. Hey, Cordell, how you doing?
Can't hear you. Something's up with your volume. Well, I mean, we're not getting anything, so there's might be on the screen. Maybe you need to hit something.
Yeah, maybe like allow audio or something.
Yeah.
No, it says he's a lot. Yeah, I because I see that he turned it off and then it turned back on.
Hello.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. Figured it out.
Little quiet there. Is there a volume setting on that?
Not that I'm seeing. How about this?
That's a little better. Yeah. Well, welcome to Petrified Paranormal TV. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thanks for asking. How about yourselves?
Pretty good, pretty good. So we were talking about that little girl ghost. I guess you guys have seen at where was that place again, Terry?
It's a. I don't know how much they want me to give away about the place, but it's a theater here. Actually,
Oh,
Cordell wasn't there for the third one. I think you were there for this is my second time.
Yeah, I was there for
okay.
the second time.
Yeah, the third one he wasn't able to make it, but there's a theater out here. Um, what is the town's name?
Arcadia?
Arcadia, Florida.
Okay.
There is a little theater there.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty. It's pretty cool. They do shows and stuff there too, like bands and stuff like that.
Oh, so this is
Um,
still like an open place. This place is not abandoned.
No,
it's open.
active.
It's open.
Oh, that's pretty
There's
awesome. That's
shops.
it.
There's other shops in there too. There's little shops. It's a small place, but there's little shops and stuff upstairs.
That's pretty cool.
Um,
All right, Cordell, do you have any paranormal stories that you'd like to share with us? Anything that stands out to you? Anything that was crazy and something
Um,
you'd really want to get out there?
Actually, I'm going to talk about the first haunted house I've actually lived in. Um, we inherited my wife's house after her parents had passed,
Okay.
and she grew up seeing things and hearing things in the house. I dismissed it because you know I'm like that.
Sorry,
Um,
your mic is very, very quiet. I'm just having a tough time hearing you here.
Give me 1 second. Let's see if my headset works.
See if that works for him.
Is that better? Oh my god. What?
All right, let's try it with that.
Did that work?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Alright, well, I can't see you guys. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Is that better?
Yes.
Alright. Like I was saying, we inherited the house, and I believe it was the first week we had moved in. I had actually just taken her to work, and I'm laying in bed. It's like 2 in the morning. All I hear is a in right in my ear, and I'm the only one home.
Oh man.
Yeah, I called her at like 2 as soon as that happened, crying. I'm like, what is going on in this home?
Did anything ever fabricate after that, or?
um, every now and again, we believed it was actually the spirit of her dad because
Oh, that's pretty cool.
sometimes it was you'd actually smell hazelnut coffee, and we didn't have a coffee maker.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
And I assume that her dad loved hazelnut coffee. That's
first thing in the morning.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you'd like to share? Did anything else happen after that? Like, or do you think that was just like a one time visit from her dad?
No, we smelled that for the 2 years that we lived there almost every other morning. Um, heavy footsteps in the attic, but it's kind of like a crawl space. You can't really stand up in there. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's about it. Things being moved as well.
Okay. All right. Terry, is there anything else that you have that you'd like to share about your experiences?
Um, I mean, like I said, I've had my shirt pulled. I've heard stuff. Oh, we did have the shadow, the shadows at one of the sites we were at here in Florida.
Okay.
A few of us saw some stuff moving around. At one point, we thought it was a cat that we had seen, but the shadow was too tall.
Okay.
Um, so that was cool. Don't have any evidence of it, but it was just a cool experience.
Yeah.
Um, one experience. So I've seen an apparition once in my life, and that was in New York in Staten Island.
You mean
We
like
were
a
hanging
full
out
body apparition? Sorry to interrupt.
full full body.
Okay.
Um, on one of the military, it's an old fort, an old military fort in Staten Island, and you heard stories and all that stuff. But we were coming across the street back to my apartment from a friend's place. Myself, my wife, a couple friends, and they had their kids with them. And outside, before you walk in the apartment, there's a little area, a closed-in area where you keep your trash cans and stuff.
Yeah.
And as we were walking up, just out of nowhere, little girl stood up, just appeared, stood up and ran away. So went after her in the parking lot. She was gone, and she had old period clothing on. And I turned around. I was
Like
like,
from the
"Yeah, I've
colonial
had a
times or something?
yes." And I turned around. I was like, "Look, I've had a beer too. Anybody else see that?" Everybody saw it. The kids saw it. They explained everything we saw, and it was like, "Okay, I saw it." Um, and then talking to people in the little neighborhood there. So in the center, the it's like a circular area where the apartments made up a circular area, and then you had the grassy area where the kids would play and all that, and they had little
Yeah.
playgrounds and stuff in there.
Right.
So apparently, for a while, kids were getting upset at night, crying because there was a little boy and a little girl who tried to play with them while they were sleeping. Um, and then we started digging in stuff, and you heard about the families that passed from whatever diseases were around back then,
Yeah.
and there's stories about a family, their children, a little boy and a little girl, passing because of something. So
Hmm.
that was super interesting. Never seen anything like that again, or
Right.
um, but it was cool. It was a cool experience. We weren't looking for anything, so nobody had a camera, and you know, but it was pretty
Okay.
cool. Other people with me saw it, their children saw it. So I look at it as I saw it.
Yeah. That's one of those
Never saw
things
it
that
again.
if you have more than one person or two people or three
Hmm.
people seen it, one person, yeah, it was something out of the corner of my eye, fine. Three people
Yeah,
seen it, that's a guarantee. That was really there. That
yeah,
was something.
and it was right in front of us. Like it was, like you said, corner of your eye. It wasn't like, oh,
Yeah.
I just saw something dark. It was in
Right.
front of us and just stood up, formed and stood up, and just threw us all back. Like, whoa, like we saw a little girl. That was cool.
Okay.
Never experienced anything like that again, ever. Before or after, never experienced anything like that. I've heard stuff. Um, I mean, there's a scream that both of us heard, myself and Cordell. He heard it first, and then we heard it when we came in. That was the jail I
Okay.
was talking about where my shirt got pulled, but he had a few other experiences before we came in there. If he wants to
Okay.
talk about that.
Okay.
Oh
That's up to you, Cordell.
That is actually one of the scariest moments that I've ever experienced, paranormal wise.
Okay.
Um,
Well, you walked in there, you just heard like a loud like screech or
no, we had just got done investigating this jail for the night. Everybody was going to their respective beds, cars, wherever they were sleeping for the night. And I volunteered to stay in the jail in the women's section that has a confirmed, like 2 or 3 confirmed deaths inside of it. And they're not very fond of men.
oh, okay.
So I had set up my camera. I think by the time I was done doing everything, it was like 3 something in the morning. I had just gotten like comfortable because I was wearing a back brace at the time. So close my eyes. I hear a faint scream. I open my eyes. I'm like, what is that? Then I hear it again. Then again, but it's getting closer. Like it's coming. It started upstairs in the farthest cell, and it moved down the stairs. Then when it had gotten to the threshold between the women's cells and the dining room, at its loudest, I grabbed my camera, or I don't even remember grabbing my camera. I just ran out of that building, freaking the absolute heck out.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people would.
Yeah,
That sounds like a
like
pretty cool story.
it was, it was still horrifying to witness, but still great nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Do either of you guys have any evidence that you'd like to present? Any pictures, any EVPs, anything you'd like to show the camera? Like, hey, this is something that we caught just to try to get your own stuff out there as well through our show?
Um, if anybody, so if anybody wants to see any evidence I've gotten or think I have gotten,
Right.
they can go to our YouTube page or Facebook page, Paranormal Musings Podcast.
Okay.
Everything's on there. I keep everything else in some folders or whatever, but I go through the evidence, take the time after, go through the evidence. And if I think I got something, we'll put it out there. I have a few things on TikTok on the page, Paranormal Musings Podcast.
Right.
I try to put it on anything that has the name on it. But if they go there, um, you can see pieces of investigations and stuff like that. I think that's
No
about
worries.
it. For myself, Cordell would have to tell you about his.
Okay.
Um, I don't really have it much on my phone. I post to my Facebook, which is just my name. I post to my Instagram, and my TikTok as well. I'm in the process of dropping a couple new videos with some crazy EVPs that I've caught over the last year that I've never uploaded. So,
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, it's great
All right.
having you guys on the show. I will
Yeah,
get this spun down. I will get both of you guys the link, of course. You know what I mean? And we'll get this put up there. Hopefully, we can have you guys on again sometime soon.
all right.
absolutely.
Appreciate it, guys.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe out there, guys.
Y'all
You
too.
too. Thank you.
All right.